Welcome to a quick tutorial on how to find candidates in the tourism industry. First things first, you'll obviously need to navigate to the talent network. There's a couple of ways of doing this. If you are on the Safari Services website, you can go to Services and Value Added Services. Under that, you'll find Talent Network. You can do the same thing under Info, Talent Network, or you can click the button in the top menu at the top of the page. You can also obviously go to the talent network directly, which is kcsafariservices.com/network. So first things first, for you to find talent and contact talent, you need to obviously have an account. So you'll go to register, make sure to hit the employer option and not the candidate option. Candidates can upload their resumes, employers can upload their companies and available jobs, not vice versa. So make sure to hit the employer option and that it is highlighted in orange. Enter your username, your password, your first name, your last name, and your email. It is critical that you use an email that you'll regularly check, as that is the email that will receive all sorts of notifications like people applying for a job or messages that you and a candidate are interchanging with each other. It is critical that you use an email that you have access to always. Once that is done, hit register your account. You will receive an email with further instructions on how to verify your created account. Once you've done that, you can come back to the website or click the link in your email and hit login. Here, simply add your username and your password as you've created it when you created your account. And hit remember me to stay logged in and hit login. Once you've logged in, you will see that you've got a new user menu in the top right-hand corner. You've got your dashboard, which we will have a look at in just a second. You've got your messages, which is where you can contact candidates and candidates can contact you. You've got managed jobs, which we will have a look at in a second as well. And you've got my profile, which is simply your account details with your username, your name, your surname, your email, and all of that good stuff. So let's have a look at the dashboard, because before you can actually have a look at or contact candidates, you need to add a company. And only once you've added a company can you add jobs, because the jobs need to be linked to a company. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to add company. Here you can add the details of your company. So you can put company name. You can put my company, and you can just complete all of the other details. Your tagline is like your slogan. Your headquarters is the location where your company is. You can also put in your coordinates for a farm or a ranch or a lodge or something. Your company logo, a optional link to a YouTube video of your company, your since, so when was your company established, your email will be automatically added, and all sorts of other details that you can add, which is everything is most of it is optional, but I do advise you to add as much information as you can just to give a candidate a good idea of who your company is. Once you've added your company, it will be on the For Candidates Browse Companies page where candidates can actually go and find companies, and they can click on that to have a look at this company and see where they are, who they are, what they offer, and what positions they have open at that moment. But let's get back to it. You want to find candidates, or you want to post a job to allow candidates to find you. If you want to do the first, then you can go to For Employers and find talent. Here you have a search filter box that you can use to find a very specific person, or you can browse all of the available candidates. You can click on them. You can view their information. If you like this candidate, you can bookmark this resume, which will save them basically for you to find easily next time, or you can send them a message directly on the platform and they will receive an email about this message, and when they reply, you will also receive an email. You can also add a job to allow candidates to find you. How you will do that is you go to your user menu, go to your dashboard, and you click Submit Job. Here we are going to ask you some information. So you've added a company, but you can add several companies. So you just select for which company you wish to add a job. You put in the title of the job, the location of the job region. So the location would be an actual Google Maps location. So for example, Valwater. And the job region would be then, for example, Limpopo or any other of the available slots. And the job region is simply for candidates to go to a specific region rather than a specific town to find you. You can select remote position if it is a position that is remote. So for example, a professional hunter would not be a remote position. However, a admin lady or an admin person would or could be a remote position. So you can select that if you want to. The job type would be freelance, which you are familiar with, full-time, which you are familiar with, and internship, so if you have an internship opportunity, part-time, if it is a part-time job, and temporary, if it's a job that is only open for a small while, and it's not a full-time permanent job. Job tags, here you can put in any tag. Again, the tags are just used by the candidates to find a job easily. Job category, put in which category this job falls. Is it filming? Is it a lodge staff? Is it a professional hunter? What specifically is this job listing for? Description, you can put in as much or as little information as you want, but put some information that gives a candidate an idea of what the job is and what you expect of them in this role. The closing date is up until which date candidates would be able to apply for this job. The application email would be the email address to which you want to be notified about a candidate that applied for the job. You can also optionally put in a minimum rate per hour, a maximum rate per hour, or a minimum salary or a maximum salary. That's all optional, but it gives a candidate a good idea of what you are looking to pay for the job. So let's say, for example, a professional hunter, it's a 10-day hunt. You can put in that the minimum that I will pay is this, but the maximum that I will pay is this, and we can negotiate on that, or you can just leave it blank. An external apply for job link is if you have another website or another place that people can apply for a job, then they can obviously do it there as well. Header image is just a nice image of your company, maybe your front gate, maybe your lodge, maybe whatever. Again, this is optional. Once you've done all this, you hit preview. You will now have a preview of your job listing where you can just make sure you've got all the information. This specific post doesn't have a lot of information, simply because I'm doing this for demonstration purposes. If you're happy with the preview, just select choose a package. Now, the Talent Network is 100% free to use. So you can select standard job listing, which is a free option. As you can see, it's €0 for one job listing for 90 days. And the reason that it is for 90 days is to avoid spam, to avoid old listings, to avoid irrelevant stuff. Featured job listing, however, is visible for a little longer, but also it is highlighted and it is placed in very prominent places on the page, on the platform, to make sure that candidates can find you. If you select that option, you'll just go through a paywall, which would require you to pay either by EFT or by credit card. But let's choose standard option, which is the free and will always be free option. Click submit. You will go to an order page where you just need to make sure you've got all your information, but as you can see, it is a R0 charge, and select place order. Your order has been placed now and your listing has been submitted. Once your job has been submitted, we will receive an email about it, and we just need to check and make sure that it's not spam and approve your job listing. Once your job listing is approved, it will be in the For Candidates Find a Job or various other places where your job will be available and visible, and candidates can actually click on that, see the information about the job, and hit apply for job. So that is it. It takes you all of 10 minutes to register your account, create your company and upload job listings. Once you've done that, you can also browse the network and find talent. So you don't have to wait for people to apply for the job. You can actually reach out to people to contact them directly if you like their profile and you think they will be a great match for your company. So just go to their profile, hit send a message, and contact them that way. They will receive an email about your new message. So that is it. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the platform. Cheers. Bye-bye.